Hey, I'm Colby Keller, porn star, artist, and sex blogger. Get in bed with me.
Hunties, hunters, it's Colby Keller, sexpert extraordinaire. Now last week we talked just a little bit about cheating, why it's wrong and how to prevent it. But what happens when you do fuck up? First of all, why did it happen? Cheating can reveal passive-aggressive tendencies. Perhaps the cheater really just wants the relationship to end. That's the worst-case scenario, a remarkably hurtful one, and the conclusion the injured party tends to draw. It's a personal offense, right? Most of the time, however, our dicks are just doing the talking. It's hard to pass up a good opportunity when you see one, right? And yet, nobody likes an opportunist either, except maybe a masochist, but that's another video. It's selfish, it's rude. Ultimately, it doesn't really help you or the people you care about. Does it make sense to sacrifice long-term erotic and emotional fulfillment for a momentary, temporary release? Bottom line, it's stupid. If a good opportunity does come around, share it. If not physically, ask beforehand. If your partner says no, then maybe you need a longer conversation to sort things through. If their response is motivated by misplaced insecurity, that's actually a different issue altogether. And again, one that justifies attention, but don't confuse desire with adequacy. Mistakes do happen. If you're a mature adult and you're the one who's been hurt, you should recognize that the world is never perfect. But we can't perfect it. Forgive and persevere. Try not to take things personally. If you think a relationship is about finding the perfect match, happiness for all eternity, do I have some news for you? At their best, relationships are a process of perfection that never really ends. You find someone willing enough to mutually help you tackle your own set of problems while you do the same for them. Remember, everyone tends to make the same types of mistakes over and over and over and over again. So this process is actually a pretty long one, but can result in significant change if you're both open to critique and self-improvement. You can't pretend you're perfect, okay? This takes more than desire. It takes respect. Repeat after me. I respect my partner and appreciate their value as a totality, despite the bits and pieces that don't match my expectations or correlate to or facilitate my desire. Now that said, if cheating really does indicate some passive-aggressive will to failure, if it is an act of malice and aggression, well, that is a bad thing, and there is a certain limit to how much abuse you should endure. Just remember, while it's important to recognize that you aren't perfect, your partner isn't either, and no one is. When you fuck up and recognize it as a mistake, apologize. Grovel if you have to. Commit yourself to recognizing the steps that led you to make the mistake in the first place. It might not completely prevent it from happening again, but it will bring you a step closer. If your partner truly loves you, they will forgive you. If they can't, well, that's on them. The greatest act of compassion isn't to give forgiveness. It's to admit your own failings, to recognize yourself in others, and to ask for forgiveness. Accepting an apology is just the same process in reverse. Bye, boys.